Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb and welcome to Remember Me Now. This module is the way this looks and it has a counter on the right side here which we need to figure out if we're going to accept or reject this number for the first bit before this timer counts down. So during this stage the experiment is determine if the currently displayed number is valid or invalid depending on the colors of the two LEDs. Now note that one of the colors may or may not be black, and in this case it is indeed in this case. We've got orange and black here, which black essentially means that it's unlit, it just doesn't matter. And what happens here is we're going to look at these statements down here below, and as you can see, black does not have a statement itself, so therefore, as you can see, it does not count as a rule. So we're going to take a look at orange, and what's going to happen here is we need to keep track of our accepted numbers and our rejected numbers, and note down the numbers themselves too. 5485 is what we're going to note down, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this rule. There is currently an even number of accepted numbers. Well, in this case, we haven't accepted anything, so yes, this is indeed true. So now what we're going to do is we're going to accept based off of this condition. So that's going to be marking as an accept. And now, what's going to happen here is that we have a compound situation. In this case, this is going to be both LEDs are on. It is considered a compound statement. When dealing with compound statements, the current number is valid if only one statement is true. Otherwise, it is invalid. So, we have the conditions of blue and red here. For blue, and let's note down the number, 2663, the current number is greater than 5,000. Not true. It is 2,000. And now, the most recently rejected number is greater than the current number. Well, this is not true as well, because we haven't had any rejected numbers. So therefore, we're going to reject this number. So it's going to be a reject. And now we're going to go back to orange. Orange, in this case, is this one right here, just orange. This is just black. So if there is currently an even number of accepted numbers. In this case, that is not true because we had one accepted number, and that's been it. So that's going to be simply an accept. Now, 4424, and that's going to be a reject, rather. It's going to be, because we only have had one accepted number, this case is not true, we're going to reject this number. Now, how long are we going to do this still? Because this timer is going to be a bit annoying. Well, what happens here is that we need to get to at least 12, and there's been at least one accepted number before we can reach stage 2. So we're going to be doing this for a little while. Now we've got blue and yellow compound statements, so we need to make sure that only one is valid for it to be true. And note down our number as well, 2564. So blue, the current number is greater than 5,000. No, it's not true. And the current amount of accepted numbers is less than the amount of rejected numbers. This is true. 2 rejected numbers, 1 accepted number. We can therefore accept this case because of the fact that only one of these LEDs returns true. Okay. We've got a 9516. We've got just yellow. The current amount of accepted numbers is less than the amount of rejected numbers. It's actually dead even. So in this case, there are 2 accepted, 2 rejected. So therefore, we're going to be rejecting this number. Okay, next up we have 0407, orange and yellow, orange and yellow. The current amount of accepted numbers is less. It is indeed. We have 3 rejected and 2 accepted, so that is true. And there is currently an even amount of accepted numbers. This is also true. We've only had 2 accepted, so this is therefore where this case of only one statement is true would make it return invalid. Because both statements are true, so we need to reject this number. Okay. 3914, we have a green and a purple. The current number is a 4-digit number. In this case, it will show leading zeros if it wants to be like, for example, 420. If it just wants to be 420, there will be a leading zero on the left side of this. And in this case, there is currently a 4-digit number. It's 3914, and the statement is part of a compound statement. Now, both of these actually return true because there is 2 colors, which makes it a compound statement, and both of these return true. So in this case, we're going to reject this number. So 9188 display is a green. The current number is a 4-digit number. That is indeed true. So we're going to accept this number. Okay. Then we have a 5685 yellow green. It is a 4-digit number, and the amount of accepted numbers is less than the current amount of rejected numbers. This is indeed true. There are currently 5 rejected and 3 accepted. So we're going to be rejecting this number because both of these return true. Reject. We've got a 6428. Display is a green. It is indeed a 4-digit number. We're going to simply accept. We've got a 5175, display as a yellow. The current amount of accepted numbers is less than the amount of rejected. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejected and 4 accepted. So we're going to accept this because of the fact that this rule does indeed return true. Accepted numbers is less than current rejected numbers. So accept. And this should be the last one. 9327, because this will be our 12th number that we've dealt with, and there has been at least one accepted case. It doesn't state this in the manual, but I did ask the mod creator for this information, and that's the way that this works. Now, purple. This statement is part of a compound statement. In this case, that is not true. It is the only color present, and black is one of the other ones, which makes it not a compound statement. So we're therefore going to be rejecting this one. Let's hit reject. And now, what we've entered into is now we've entered into the second stage. During the stage, the diffuser must submit valid numbers accepted in stage 1 using the accept button in the order that they were accepted in, and adding leading zeros for non-4-digit numbers. Each successfully submitted number will take one off of the secondary display counter. So in this case, we have to submit 5 displays, which in this case we did actually have 5 accepted numbers, as you can see here. So, it is important that if any numbers were rejected in stage 1, they will affect the number required to submit. The formula to find the correct number is the current accepted number minus the current rejected number. So essentially what's going to happen here, let's order all of our accepted numbers orderly in an orderly fashion here. So 5485, in the order that we got them into, 2564, 9188, 6428, and 5175. These are all of our accepted numbers. Now, what we're going to do is we're now going to be pairing them up with rejected numbers in the order that they appear as well. And we're going to be subtracting these from each other. So 2663, 4424, 9516, 0407, and finally a 3914. Reject, 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 reject. We're good. So now we're going to be applying this formula here. And an example here is if the first accepted number was 1234 and the first rejected number was 4321, the difference would be negative 3087, and the absolute value of which is 3087. So it wants you to take the absolute value if it happens to go below negative. So let's pop out a handy dandy calculator here. Let's do this. And that's essentially what we're going to do, is we're going to essentially just subtract the top, and we're going to subtract the bottom number from the top number. So in this case, 5485 minus 2663, and in this case, this gives us a result of 2822. So we can submit 2822 into the module, hit accept, and just like that, the number on the right side goes down. Next up, 2564 minus 4424. This gives us negative 1,860, or we're simply going to just submit 1860. And that's good to go. Next up, we've got 9188 minus 9516. It does give us negative 328, but we need to remember to add the 0 first, then 328. That's good to go. Then we've got 6428 minus 407 is going to give us 6021. And next up, we're going to do 5175 minus 3914. 1261. And just like that is a solved module. Apologies for that tutorial being really fast, and I'm only going to do one example of this, but just make sure that you know that this module is on the bomb, and it's actually very important that you see this. It does give you 80 seconds to start off compared to the 40 seconds, but the rules are pretty straightforward. You just simply accept and reject numbers until you reach 12, where at least one accepted number was present, and then you just simply submit the numbers following this formula down here. Simple as that. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.